all have our issues and flaws, but when you can't even deal with people of your own race, that's a problem. And when the status quo is, yes, financial security and the American dream, but when the status quo is to be white, you're never gonna get there. Like, you're not gonna get there.
I've like seen it more, like more negative experiences with people with darker skin, meaning like I've seen on social media there's often like kind of a competition between lighter skin and darker skin, and like there's all these stereotypes about darker skin girls versus lighter skin girls, and it's often like lighter skin girls, it's more positive things and it's more it's seen as more beautiful.
We get called white a lot, and that's a term that's basically like whenever we do something that's like, we say something that may be smart or, like what is it?
Like smart or educated.
Yeah, smart or educated, we get called white. And the thing is, like, being educated shouldn't be a white thing only. It's for all races, and because like, just because we're black, we get called white because we're, I guess, expected to be stupid, but you know, that doesn't really build up your self-esteem if you're expected to be dumb. So, yeah.
And then like when a black person says it, it's sort of like insulting, saying I'm acting educated, and they're saying you're acting white, so are you calling yourself stupid? Like, you shouldn't be saying that. It's insulting your own race. You should expect yourself to be smart, and you shouldn't like lower your self-esteem and that.
Being like a super light-skinned person, but then it has its pros and its cons. So some of like the cons and what I noticed is like being lighter skinned, being involved and connected to the black community, it was very hard to sort of fit in sometimes, and then sometimes it would be easy. When it would be hard to fit in would be when I would feel like people would judge me, or also sometimes I would project maybe what I thought they were thinking. So light-skinned girls, we have the tendency to be thought to be conceited, or she knows she's light-skinned, she has long curly hair, she has colored eyes, and like me, I'm not even that type of person.
Colorism is a principle or a concept in which lighter-skinned people receive a certain extent of privilege or certain benefits than those who have darker skin.
Something I think is really important is that black artists are embracing blackness too. An example is that Beyonce just came out with her Lemonade like movie video thing, and in this video I feel like it was a lot about black women, and she had many different styles, and she had women in there with different styles. She had Serena in one of her videos, you know, like flaunting her body even though people were insulting her and saying that she looked like a man. And she had like a bunch of very positive things about black culture in that video, and like personally that made me feel so good, and like I've never wanted to embrace that more.
I think it's something that we do need to talk about. I mean, I think that it's the type of thing where there's so much about race that we don't talk about. And I think that colorism in particular has a very painful past and has a very painful present. So I think that talking about it certainly offers us a way to express how we feel about some of the very negative things that have been said.
Yes, we've progressed, but we have a whole lot of catching up to do. We have a whole lot of catching up to do, and if the history isn't recognized, if on one state of the nation we're learning this and others are learning this about a certain history and about a certain people, we're still stuck.
Being light-skinned or being dark skin, it doesn't make you ugly or beautiful. You are who you are, and once you know that, makes you a stronger person. And so you just really have to know that you are who you are, and just because you act a certain way, that doesn't make you white. You're black. You know, there's no rules to being black. So just you can express yourself however you want, and other people's opinions, they're ignorant. They're just trying to drag you down. So keep doing what you're doing, and if people tell you that you're acting white or you're too ghetto or you're too, I don't know, stuck up, don't listen to them.
Color me confident.
Color me visible.
Color me intelligent.
Color me authentic.